Intercourse with a porpoise, riding on the back of a giraffe laughing. This song should also be called Best Day Ever at a Zoo.
Welcome to The Lyric Boys. I'm Lucian Flores, and with me is Andrew Stieglitz. In every episode, we take one of our favorite bands, and we pick 10 of their funniest, strangest, just simply weirdest lyrics, and we talk about it. That's it. It's a very simple podcast format, but you're going to love it. Because in this episode, we're talking about the Red Hot Chili Peppers. So fasten your seatbelt and get ready.
All right, let's do it. Chili Peppers.
Chili Peppers is a band that I did not know at all, and they're your boys. So tell the audience at home.
Let me tell you about the Red Hot Chili Peppers, everybody. I learned recently that people don't like them. And I'm flabbergasted. They have been one of my absolute favorite bands since I was a wee lad. Maybe I was like 13 or 14 when I got into them, and I loved it. I remember the first time. There are certain bands and certain albums. I think everybody has their like, oh, my first moment listening to this. Yeah. I remember the first album I listened to was their Greatest Hits album.
Okay.
And I remember listening to it in the car, in my mom's car. We were driving to like an ice skating rink at Christmas time.
Oof.
And I have such vivid memories of like Scar Tissue coming on and being like, whoa, I fucking love this. And since then, Stadium Arcadium came out, and I was into it, and I just went into their back catalog, and I'm a huge fan.
Nice. And so I don't know them. This was my first, like, I had heard songs of theirs before, like on the radio or here and there, but I didn't know. I know they have a huge back catalog. So my like, what I know of the Red Hot Chili Peppers is that they played naked or with socks on their wieners at Woodstock 99, and I guess that was a regular thing apparently.
Yeah. Oh, that was 99. Oh wow. Yeah. That was late in their career too. So, that was not like we're young men. That was like we have several like gold records.
Interesting. Yeah. So I knew that they were like, I don't know, in my mind had like a mellow sound, but I did not know much about them. So you gave me like some songs, and I did some digging myself.
What songs did I give you? Because I have a list here, but I don't remember exactly what I gave you. Did you listen to Scar Tissue and Other Side and Under the Bridge?
I did listen to those. You didn't give me those. You gave me like songs off whatever. But
I think I gave you songs that I was like, oh, these will be hilarious.
Yeah, but I did listen to the songs because I like went through Spotify to be like, here are their most played songs of all time, or of Red Hot's career.
Yeah.
So my first impression from the band was, I guess, basically built off of what you gave me, which is when they were young men, and I was like, they are extremely horny. Like, I was like, this band is so horny and explicit.
Yeah.
And I was like, are there new songs? Like, they clearly have been around for years. Are they still like this horny? Is that?
I honestly think that they are.
Okay.
So here's a song that is not a Chili Peppers essential at all. Okay. It is kind of deep in the catalog, but it's the funniest fucking song that they've ever written. It's called Sir Psycho Sexy.
Okay.
It's about getting pulled over by a lady cop, and then seducing her and having good times. That's not the whole thing. It's just about like a guy who's just horny all the time.
This was on my list as well. You gave me this song, so
yeah.
I will give different lyrics from it, but this song definitely made an impression.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The lyric I pulled is, she stuck my butt with her big black stick. I said, what's up? Now suck my dick.
Subtlety game is strong.
Poetry to my ears.
Jesus
no, I do
Christ.
think that they have. Here's the thing about their lyrics.
Yes.
Is that they can have very good lyrics, and they can also have lyrics like this.
Yes.
And that's not to say that these are particularly bad. It's just that they are a little on the nose. It's
the type of I could not ever imagine like writing that lyric for a song and being like, hell yeah, my audience wants this, but
I don't think that he even cared about what the audience wanted.
Yeah.
I think it was just like, I'm gonna show how cool I am.
So I guess, you know, we're not people who are gonna analyze these lyrics, but I think this lyric is a little too dense for me. I like, it's very subtle. I think we should analyze these lyrics. So what do you think it's about? Could you repeat them? I just can't quite grasp the meaning behind them.
Well, let me pose a question to you.
Yes.
So he says in this line, he goes, I said, what's up? Now suck my dick. Have you ever, or will you ever, have you ever even had the thought to go up to maybe an attractive lady and say, hey, what's up? And then the next thing out of your mouth, say, suck my dick?
I can't say that I have.
Me neither.
Stieglitz.
I do think, unfortunately, there are people in the world who have done that. Maybe Anthony Kiedis is one of them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm curious. Do you think that this is like a true story? Do you think he... Like,
no, I genuinely, and this is not coming from a point of view that it's like, oh, I have to say no, because if it is, then it's extremely problematic, because that is true. Mm-hmm. But no, I think that this is like a fun fantasy for him. I think it's like he's...
cops.
Not even just the cops aspect, just like I think it's more of like a power thing, where it's like imagine a powerful authority figure and you just fuck them. You just have sex with them. Like, if you have sex with a lot of women, your fantasies go beyond just having sex with women. You know what I mean? Because you could do that.
Yeah. Once again, Steve speaking from the
guys, I'm not an incel.
The perspective of, yeah, of course, once you have sex with a lot of women, naturally it transitions to, it's no longer, it doesn't satiate you. Naturally you go on to authority figures, and of course you start small. You think locally elected politicians, then you get bigger. You think congresspeople, senators, governors,
locally elected,
and you end up with Mother Nature. Yeah, so I had this song. I probably picked too many lyrics from it because I was just like dumbfounded throughout. So let me.
I gave you this song specifically because I knew it would shock you to your core.
Yes, my there's a lot. Before I even say a lyric, one thing we've talked about before is, in your mind, you've said to me before that you think guys kind of have, men, and when I say guys, have the reputation of talking about their sex lives a lot, but in your mind you're like, men are just like, yeah, we had sex and it was good, and they don't get into any of the detail. There's no detail. And this song, I wonder, there's a lot of detail. Yeah. So I guess like that's encouraging, that for an openness to be like, this is my experience, and maybe someone else can glean information from it.
Well, it's not necessarily to say that this is how he talks in real life. Again, I genuinely think this is a fantasy. Yes. It's just like a fun what if. Yeah. And it's like his horny side being like, I want to fuck a cop. Yeah. So like, I don't think he's going around to people and being like, she took out a big back stick and then I said, what's up? Now suck my dick. I don't think that that's like a real life thing.
Okay, so two things. One interesting thing about the song is like the ending of it ended up being like so much better than it had like any business of being based on the lyrics.
Well, this is the thing, is that like the musicianship in the Chili Peppers is 10 out of 10. The lyrics can range from a negative 1,000 out of 10 to like a good 10 out of 10. It's like his lyrics are all the fuck over the place.
It's like you're just like, all right, Anthony, like, sure, tell me all these lyrics about the time you wanted to sleep with the cop, and then the time whatever, and then like play that funky thing. Yeah. So I picked a lot of lyrics from this, but one that really stuck with me is Sir Psycho, yeah, he's the man that I met one time.
Yeah, because he's like an apparition. He's just comes out, and I think that in his again, we have gone down the road of analyzing this way more than it has any business being analyzed. Nobody has talked about this song for this long, but
you said Sir Psycho.
It's like the fantasy, and I think in his fantasy, the woman is like, oh, this sex god came to me one time, and like if I can only get that back.
Okay. I just think it's funny that this whole song is dedicated to Sir Psycho Sexy. And then he's like, I met him one time. It's just like, wow, okay, that was a really good first impression. It's like...
Nobody's first time with anyone is that good.
It's like you make a song that has like 8 verses about Sir Psycho Sexy, then it's like, yeah, I don't really know him too well.
I go into explicit detail, but yeah, I met him once at a Target.
Yeah,
it was fine.
So that was like, what else jumped? I pulled a couple YouTube comments for the song. Me and my little sis got my dad on the dance floor to this song on his 70th birthday, and he actually twerked and then ran away freaking out. So I think this
worked to this song.
The 70-year-old dad on his birthday twerking to this song and then instantly running away freaking out, probably because Sir Psycho Sexy took over, and he's like, I can't live with myself like this. Kids, I can't believe you saw this.
I think that it is kind of meant to be shocking too.
Yes. The other comment was, haha, real stuff right here. This track got my hustle on females to the next level back in high school.
Oh my God.
So
these are the people that should not listen to this song because they don't understand that it's like a fantasy. They're like, oh, I can go out in the real world and say, what's up? Now suck my dick.
This song got his hustle on females to the next level. Just scary. I don't want
a little bit problematic.
Just females.
Yeah,
very
not cool. I would say that is not a cool guy.
Probably not a cool guy. Getting his hustle on females back in high school to Sir Psycho Sexy. All right, Steve, let's give me something else.
Okay, one of the best classic, absolute classic Chili Pepper song is "Suck My Kiss." Funky as fuck.
Also more subtle than Sir Psycho Sexy.
A little bit more subtle. If you could do that, it is. A line that I like from this song is "Little Bo Peep coming from my stun gun. Little Bo Peep coming from my stun gun." Never really understood.
Little Bo Peep, what was your deal again? tell me about this Little Bo Peep again.
Here's the thing: is when he sings that, I picture the toy from Toy Story, Little Bo Peep.
Uh-huh.
You know who I'm talking about, the character?
Yes. Describe it. Paint a picture for the audience, though.
Oh, a cherub-looking. Just toy, like
kind of like 1800s
old, like an 1800s woman
with a cane or something, or
she has a cane and a long flowy dress. Okay, that's like she's tending to her sheep or whatever.
Coming out of Anthony Kiedis' stun gun. Which did he?
So horny.
Did he steal the stun gun from the cop, or is he talking? Is this some phallic imagery? Perhaps.
Is this a concept record?
Pray tell. Is this phallic imagery?
Yeah, I don't know what the connection to Little Bo Peep is there. I know that it's just funny to put in a horny ass song like this, and it makes me laugh. Also, do you think of Little Bo Peep as like a sexy little thing, or what do you think?
I would prefer not to discuss my preferences on air.
You could tell me off mic if you jack it to Little Bo Peep.
I'll tell you off mic. She is a goddess. All right. Yeah. I think that the mic was covered there. So
yeah, it was. We will not disclose the fact that you absolutely
Jesus Christ
get down. You fucking spank it to Little Bo Peep.
Damn it, I hate this. I hate my life. I hate the choices in my life that have led me into this room with you.
Oh, you gotta share a lyric that you got.
Yeah, I did. Well, I did one for Sir Psycho Sexy. So this is my second lyric. Is from the song Blood Sugar Sex.
Great song.
Magik.
Yes.
Magic, spelled Majik.
Yes.
So the lyrics basically are just like, she magic, the sex magic, sex magic.
Yeah.
Which, like, all right. So I
love it.
The imagery that instantly came to me was like, could you imagine you're with your significant other's in a band, and you're like, hey, I wrote a song about you. And you're like, okay, wow, a song about me. This is really meaningful to me. And you're like, what are the lyrics? And your significant other's like, she magic, sex magic, sex magic. And you're like, oh, like, yeah, cool. Is like there anything else about me in this song? Like the way we walk through life together as like best friends, or the way we support each other, how we've gone through like really difficult stuff together, or like how we'll always be there for you and all that. And it's like, no, just like she magic, sex magic. I don't know. I wonder, I cannot fathom ever being in a relationship where the song I write about someone is she magic, sex magic. And maybe
if you were, again, all right, I'm posing the question. Let's say you're in a loving relationship.
Yes.
A year goes by, honeymoon phase all the way.
Okay.
You are railing
Jesus.
every night. The sex, quite frankly, is magic.
Great.
And then your significant other writes the song.
Yes, but it's about me.
Yeah.
So
What's your move?
I'll be like, is this a parody? You should release it, but this, if you want. But this is very strange to me.
So you're staying together.
I guess.
You get a year of a perfect relationship. This song you think would ruin that?
That's what keeps me together.
Bad?
That's what keeps me together. But I'd be like, your other song should be like, you also like have a nice smile to me. Also, blood sugar. I'm glad like he's worrying about that.
Oh, maybe he's diabetic.
Yeah. Which this is the realest thing we've heard all day when it comes to Red Hot Chili Peppers. All right,
here we go.
Give me something else.
I have here. Okay, here's an example of a song by them.
Okay.
That is so good.
Yes.
And so fucking catchy. Okay. And I can listen to it all day. And I just remember, like, the first time hearing this song and that big, giant opening note, that, like, bow, and that fucking bass riff. Like, okay. And then...
What is the song?
The song is all around the world.
Okay.
And then the lyrics, me, oh, my, oh, me and Guy, oh, freer than a bird because we're rockin' Ohio. Come on. And you're like, wow. Love the Chili Peppers. I can't stress that enough. Could have picked a better lyric to be in that great song.
Me and Mayo.
Me, oh, Mayo, me and Guy, oh, freer than a bird because we're rockin' Ohio. It just makes me laugh because it's like, not good.
Freer than a bird because we rockin' Ohio. Do you think that Ohioans truly feel just free to roam, to fly, to soar wherever they can go? I also think the song is interesting that it's just like a bunch of, it starts as like a bunch of state puns and then it just moves into like anywhere around the globe. And it kind of got lazy because it's like, if you're doing state puns, baby, let's keep it to state puns.
Yeah, and then also don't call it around the world.
Yes, it's around the continental United States.
That's fine.
Simple as that. So I picked another song called Nobody Weird Like Me.
Yeah.
And okay,
a little bit of a deeper cut, but still great song.
So I picked out two lyrics from it, but the first one is intercourse with the porpoise.
Here we go.
Intercourse with the intercourse with a porpoise is a dream for me. Hell bent on inventing a new species. And to me, what the first thing that came out...
Okay, go.
Is when I used to play Mavis Beacon typing tutor back in 5th grade, there was this game where you would type words and invent new species. And I feel like Anthony Kiedis is trying to fuck his way towards a new species when he could be typing his way and getting up his words per minute.
You know, he could be the original furry. Are you familiar with furries?
Am I familiar with furries?
Are you a furry?
I am familiar with furries. I sometimes enjoy watching Guardian profiles on furries. Okay, continuing on. The other lyric I want to talk about is riding down the path on the back of giraffe. Me and the giraffe laughed because I passed some gas.
What song is that from?
Same, nobody weird like
okay.
me. So I also was like, okay, so intercourse with the porpoise, riding on the back of a giraffe laughing. This song should also be called Best Day Ever at a Zoo.
He wants to fuck his way to a new species, and can you blame him?
He's just having a blast. He's getting like the red carpet treatment at the Bronx Zoo. And they're like, Anthony, anything.
Pick out an animal you want to fuck.
Anything you want, you got it. You want to ride a giraffe and fart on it? Be my guest. I don't care. Do it, whatever. No one's looking.
Yeah, he is having a good time. Do you think maybe what would you do if
I had the free range at the zoo?
No.
I would simply respect the animals.
You wouldn't try to fuck any of them?
I mean, I don't see myself doing that, but if the mood is right, the mood is right. Give me a lyric so this question does not linger.
It needs consent from an animal.
Yes, if I were to have okay, I guess a better question that's a little less creepy is if I were to create a human animal species, I would definitely want a human combined with an otter.
Interesting.
Give me.
Okay, here's a lyric that I got from a song called Apache Rose Peacock.
Oh yeah,
another deep cut.
I listened to that one as well.
I purposely gave you these songs that I'm like, oh,
yeah,
what the fuck is this?
This is why all these songs that I'm like, my impression of this band is just like horny.
Yeah, and then we should note here, all of the songs that we're picking is pre year 2000. So these are older songs.
9/11 definitely wiped out the band's horniness.
Yeah, probably.
I know it wiped out mine.
I haven't fucked since 9/11. All right, anyway.
Jesus Christ.
Apache Rose Peacock. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, shining down on my blue car, driving down the boulevard. She was soft and I was hard.
Wow. I was like, what a nice lyric. What a nice, happy lyric that I can bring the whole family to listen to. And suddenly, Anthony rips it away from me, that fucking horny man.
So horny. It's really crazy. And you know what's doing
it is crazy.
Doing this podcast is honestly making me like one of my favorite bands of all time that I listen to 24/7. It's giving me a little bit of a new perspective on how horny they are, because it doesn't, when you listen to a band for so long, you get desensitized to it. But now that I'm digging in and being like, holy shit, I can't believe how horny this is.
Also, you were listening to these CDs in the car with your parents, and they were just like bopping along, being like, "Hell yeah!"
So here's the thing. Mostly, I would listen on my headphones. If I was playing them out loud,
essentially.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like if I was playing them out loud, a lot of the out loud stuff I played was post 9/11.
Yeah.
Stadium Arcadium, which is a little bit less horny. There are still quite some horny songs on that album.
Yeah. I was surprised too, because I was like, I remember when that album came out and my friends in middle school or so would listen to it. And I was like, oh yeah, I remember them liking it. And when I was digging on Spotify, I was like, wow, this album also has like, it's like a song that's like, she's 18 or something like that. I'm like, I'm like, all right.
This song is 3 seconds long. It's one note. She's 18.
Anyway, I feel like that's like a nice lyric, and then it's like when a man ruins a nice time. It's like when someone just like, you're having a good moment with someone, and then someone just says something, and you're like, well, you're a piece of shit. Like, this was a nice night where the stars are out, we're driving, and you have to be like, Anthony hard.
like a monkey.
Yeah. He's like, it happened again, honey.
Do you think he talks to his significant others like a caveman? Anthony need fuck.
Yes, of course. I picked the song Mellowship Slinky in B major.
Another song I gave you because I knew it was good. I gave you So Much from Blood Sugar Sex Magik because that is one of their horniest albums.
So I picked the song, the lyric, Popcorn Peanuts, looking at big butts. So that's simply the lyric in my mind. Popcorn Peanuts, looking at big butts. And Genius has an exclamation mark after big butts. So maybe it's more like Popcorn Peanuts, looking at big butts. I was like, where is Anthony right now? And I'm like, 100% he's at a baseball game. Because popcorn, check. Peanuts, check.
Yeah.
Big butts.
Yeah.
Baseball players have massive dumpers. And I thought instantly like Pete Alonso. I was like, first baseman, baseball players, the biggest butts in the world. Anthony is simply taken in the sights.
You know,
he's no longer.
I love that this is not a sexual thing. It's just like, yeah, my environment includes popcorn, peanuts, a baseball game, my father, big butts.
Yeah. It's like little Anthony, how's the baseball game? It's like, oh, yeah, like we got some Cracker Jacks. I kept score in the program. We saw some double plays. The catcher threw me a ball, and all the players had really just massive butts. And also, Mike Piazza hit a home run, and
his butt was pretty big.
His butt was big too.
You remember Babe Ruth, notoriously big butt?
Do you disagree or do you agree?
No, I agree.
Yeah. Baseball game.
At a baseball. Yeah, I agree that song, indisputable evidence it takes place at a baseball game.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm glad. So the least horny song that I've selected so far. Your turn.
My next lyric came from one of the best songs by them of all time. The song Can't Stop. Here's another horny lyric. You ready for this? I'll get you into penetration. Oh, the gender of a
Jesus Christ. All right, start.
I'll get you into penetration. The gender of a generation. The birth of every other nation. Worth your weight. The gold of meditation.
So much happening.
There's a lot to discuss there. He references The Birth of a Nation, which is a famously racist movie about the glorification of the Ku Klux Klan.
Yes.
And he relates it to sex, I suppose.
Can you repeat it again?
You ever see that movie, by the way?
No.
So I had to watch it for like a history of film class.
Yeah.
And
T.W. Griffith. Right?
Yeah, boy, oh boy. That movie looks like there are probably some people in Congress today who would really like it.
I know that it was the first, I think it's the first movie ever screened at the White House. And Woodrow Wilson screened it at the White House.
Yeah, he was a super racist. Mm-hmm. Most presidents were and are. But yeah, I think that's an interesting...
Damn! We got a U.S. politics hot take.
Woke.
Listen, every president was racist.
Yeah.
Damn. All right, give me the lyric again.
I'll get you into penetration, the gender of a generation.
Okay, I just like the lyrics post I'll get you into penetration are like just a hodgepodge of like trying to say something meaningful. Mm. But then that first line, I'm just like just distracted by just the phrasing of that. And then he talks about meditation. Mm. So he's like trying on he's on a mindful kick, but he's also like, anyway.
Yeah, too much. This is good. I think we should mention this is post 9/11.
Yeah, I was wondering.
And he's still horny.
Still horny post 9/11.
So,
also post the Shrek movie franchise, just if we're thinking about
post
2001 things.
Which you could argue ramped up one's horniness.
I'd say there was definitely... Shrek was like, I think April 2001, 9/11, September 2001. and then I think a downward trend of horniness until Shrek 2, horniness goes back up.
Yes, and that's when Shrek turns into a human man. And I think a lot of people got their minds fucked up by that.
Yeah. You got any more on that lyric? You got
this
some
whole
deep dive?
verse here is insane. Do you want to hear the verse?
Yeah, do it.
Sweetheart is bleeding in the snow cone. So smart, she's leading me to ozone. Music, the great communicator. Use 2 sticks to make it in the nature. I'll get you into penetration, the gender of a generation, the birth of every other nation. Worth your weight, the gold of meditation. This chapter's going to be a close one. Smoke rings, I know you're gonna blow one. All on a spaceship, preserving. Use my hands for everything but steering. Can't stop the spirits when they need you. My mop tops are happy when they feed you. Ooh. Jay Butterfly is in the treetop. Birds that blow the meaning into beat bop.
Damn, birds do flow the meaning into beat bop.
But yeah, so what do you think all that means?
I think he's under the influence of marijuana.
What?
Or other drugs.
Don't ever insinuate that anybody that I look up to has ever smoked marijuana. Don't dare.
I like the lyric that music, if you gotta make music and you're in the woods, just use 2 sticks. Boom. Drum set. Drum set, you can drum on tortoise shells or onto tree bark, and boom, you're making beautiful sounds. I think it's a very I'm lost at sea when it comes to those lyrics, and I was like feeling it, and then suddenly once again I'll get you into penetration, and I'm just like, Anthony, we talked about this.
Do you think that the other Chili Peppers ever had to tell him to tone down the horniness?
No. Yeah. I think they're all like, turn it up.
Yeah, probably.
Because considering they all like wore just only socks on stage for years as a thing, this is like the dream for so many people, this being in a band like that, where you're just like, every lyric you could be like, yes, I fornicate, baby.
The thing is that also he does fuck. This is not coming from a place of like, I imagine fucking to be like this. He legit fucks.
I would hope so. It's not like the Beach Boys in the sense that he can surf, he can drive fast cars. You know, like the Beach Boys were singing about that stuff and not doing it. Anthony's singing about it, and he's doing it. He's riding giraffes and he's tooting on them.
Yeah.
So my last lyric is from the song "Good Time Boys," which just stuck out at me by the title, because I'd like to imagine that I am a good time boy.
Yeah, I knew that title would get you.
Yeah, of course. So I think this was, I'm going to say the lyric and then I'll talk about it. Indeed, it may seem that we have strange ways, but we do it with compassion and don't believe in age. Travel around the world, get naked on stage, busting people out of their everyday cage. We like to think we make a sad man happy, and we like to make proud our mammy and our pappy. Funky young kings, we sing of truth and soul.
Hell yeah, I'm a funky young king.
We're the modern day braves with one strong hold. So, first of all, it felt kind of Dr. Seussian saying that out loud. Mm-hmm. I just like, at this point, they're self-aware and they're like, all right, yeah, we get it. Our songs are weird and we're very horny. Yeah. And we go up on stage with socks in our peepees.
Well, I should note this album came out before a lot of the songs that we talked about.
Oh.
This is an early album. This is from '89.
Oh, wow. Well, regardless, I thought this song justifies the rest of their career, their oeuvre. Their songs, because basically they're like, listen, we're horny, but we're making people happy, and that's all that matters. Like, we're making people come out of their cages.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, great, yeah, you're doing that. I guess I can you have good intentions behind this. You see yourself as like saviors. I think that you're okay. You're okay now.
Yeah, and I think on a real note, it is important to say that as horny as their songs are, I think a lot of these, again, are kind of, like, especially like Suicide Go Sexy is a fantasy. And it's just like getting out that fantasy on paper to make me feel better.
I think also it's just interesting that they don't believe in age. So that's nice. So, baby, those are 10 lyrics.
10 lyrics. You want to write a Chili Peppers lyric yourself?
Yeah, I didn't pre-plan this one, so this is gonna have to be off the cuff, which is dangerous for me.
I'm gonna do it off the cuff. I'm not gonna. For the Lana one, I kind of wrote down as you were doing it. I'm just gonna go. Ready?
All right.
So, all right. His rhythm, his cadence is like. Bop 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 bop. All right, so let's do like. Horny boys, you know we like to show ya. Doesn't it feel good to overthrow ya? Yes, I want to get you into that position. I never want to quit. You're my acquisition.
Goddamn. Why do you have to go first? You have the musical talent.
That's not even. Those were not good at all. It was literally parodying.
You know the cadence. Lyrics. I can't even do that. I go here and I'm like.
Just go. Bop 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 bop
bop bop bop bop.
Yes.
Bop.
Honestly, those could be Chili Peppers.
Let me do it. Let me think about it. Cruising down the street with my honey by my side.
Yes.
I make a lot of money and boy, I like to cry.
Ooh.
Crying out semen from my big wiener, making lots of babies, naming them Peter.
Yeah! All right.
God, I hate myself. I was like, he wouldn't actually sing about crying, so I need to instantly turn off that vulnerability and make it suddenly masculine.
Here's the thing. They do have a lot of vulnerable songs. I would say like Scar Tissue, for example, is a vulnerable song. Other Side is a vulnerable song. I purposely didn't show you those songs because I just they're not as funny.
That makes sense.
They're more real. Yes. Californication, a vulnerable song.
Mature men.
Yeah. Their newer stuff is a little bit more vulnerable because they're old. Don't Forget Me, vulnerable song.
Yeah.
You know.
They contain multitudes.
They do.
They're not. I appreciate that about them. Yeah.
Aeroplane for sure, a vulnerable song.
Well, thank you for sharing the Red Hot Chili Peppers with me.
Talk about them all day.
But we're done. So, stop talking about
Next
it,
time,
please.
we got another band.
We got another artist. We got another band. The 10 lyrics.
10 lyrics coming up.
Have a good night. Have a good day. Have a good whatever you are.
Enjoy your drive.
Bye.
So that's it for today's deep dive into the Red Hot Chili Peppers. The Lyric Boys are tired and we must go home to our caves and sleep for a couple of days. But if you want more from us, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all at The Lyric Boys. If you want to send us hate mail, fan mail, or spam, or coupons, whatever you want, email us at lyricboyspod@gmail.com. We post Spotify and Apple Music playlists of the songs we featured on our social medias. And most importantly, just give us a like, subscribe, leave a positive review, and tell your friends about the podcast. Because, baby, we're in the midst of a global pandemic, and we need this validation, and we need this validation bad. So just help us out. Feed our addiction to validation, please. Have a great one.